man. Some teams right now are just not celebrating. They just not in the mood, I should say. My team happens to be one of those. I got a lot of stuff to cover, actually. We got some NFL stuff, too. A lot of NBA. And we got more content coming through the week. But as I mentioned, man, some teams just isn't in the celebratory mood right now. One of those teams being the Detroit Pistons. They are on a huge losing streak right now. The Pistons have lost 27 straight games, which is the longest streak in NBA history. It's absolutely ridiculous. They haven't won a game in over 2 months. The last win was October 28th, and the Pistons, they're going to try to end the losing streak against the Celtics today in Boston. And I guess it's a little bit of hope there because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are listed as questionable right now, but I doubt it. Fans are yelling, "Sell the team." They're chanting that Tom Gores is a bad owner right now. And you know, it kind of bugged me a little bit, just to kind of touch on this briefly. My Pistons, they stink, but it bugged me that Tom Gores, he had a comment on selling the team. He did respond, and he was saying that, no, everything is going right within the community. Everything is going right in every other aspect besides winning games right now. And I'm like, you know, the community thing is cool, but you know, if you really about the community and you really about making sure the fans in the community are okay, then why the hell are you still charging people an arm and a leg to go to these different games? I mean, your team is on a 27-game losing streak. Why isn't courtside tickets less than $100, bruh? Like, people not trying to spend $3,000 to sit courtside and watch their team lose again. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And since you love the community so much, fans should be put in seats to watch these games for free, if anything, at this point, bro, because it's ridiculous. This is not cool at all. And what the Pistons may be doing in the community is great. You know, I'm not saying that the things they do and the impact that they bring in the community is not helpful, because I'm sure it is. I'm sure all the business partnerships, the hospital partnerships, the dealership partnerships, the car partnerships, all of those business things are cool. But to your average fan who works a 9 to 5, I promise you they are not really affected by the things you're doing in the community, especially when they got to dig in their wallet and still find the money to come sit at your game that costs over $200 to be in the Raptors when you're not winning. It's insane. I mean, there's no reason to charge people that amount. I remember the last season, this past MLB season, the White Sox, Chicago White Sox out here in Chicago, they were really, really bad. Truth be told, they weren't winning games. I don't know what their losing streak was, but it was no future for their season. They clearly wasn't going into the postseason. They clearly had no direction. There was not much going on with the White Sox up at this point. So what did they do? They ended up giving $1 tickets to any fan who wanted to go, along with free parking. And I kid you not, there was a lot of chatter about, hey, you going to that White Sox game later? You gonna go to that White Sox game? They're giving away $1 tickets. And these were great tickets. You're sitting right behind the mound. These was some good tickets for $1 that they was putting people down. But at least doing something like this and showing fans that you actually care about your organization lets them know that they are heard, lets them know that their opinions and their feelings about the team is at least validated and thought of. But when you just continue to go on about your business and then you respond in a way as an owner saying, no way, I'm selling the team, everything is fine besides winning, that just tells all your fans you don't give a damn. And that's telling all of your people that you really don't care what they think. Like, keep coming to the games, keep spending money, but at the end of the day, I mean, you can have your own opinion. I'm just glad you're there. But here, above all, because that's a completely different story. I don't want to get too much on that. I truly believe the problem with the Pistons right now is bigger than the owner and all of that. I think it's the guy that we ended up paying and making the highest paid coach in NBA history. We've been making a lot of history this year. I put it that way. Pistons have been making a lot of freaking history. We made Manny Williams the highest paid coach. We're breaking losing records. We're doing a lot this season. I mean, damn, I knew we was doing something special, but damn, I didn't think it was going to go in this direction. You get what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think Manny Williams is the issue. I know there was stuff going on with his wife where she was battling cancer and all of that stuff, but ultimately, you as the organization and those in the front office have to be able to handle that situation. You have to be able to give that man enough comfort to say, hey, handle everything you got going on at home, handle your situation with your family, and take a break. We'll have someone fill in the void. That way they can be here full time and handle all of the situations with the team rather than being 50 in and 50 out because you have so much going on off the court. I'm not blaming Monty for that part of being all about his family and taking care of that business. But ultimately, he clearly is not all in on the team. And damn, the Pistons need it right now. It ain't the talent issue. It's the inconsistency within the rotations. It's the inconsistency in leadership, not just on the floor, but above. This is part of the issue of why we've lost 27 games. It's not the talent issue. A lot of people want to quickly jump to, oh, the Pistons have lost 28 games in a row because they don't have the talent. They need to make trades. No, that's not necessarily the issue. We're far more talented than a lot of other teams in this league right now, and they haven't lost 28 games straight. We're better than the Hornets. We're better than these injured teams on a nightly basis that are still winning games. But yeah, we can't close it. And it's a leadership issue. When you lose 28 games in a row, that's not all on the players. That blame goes around to every person in that organization, starting from the owner. Yes, he has some cleaning up to do and some things he needs to fix, going all the way down to the last person on the bench who doesn't even play. So everybody gets a little bit of that blame, but that's just a little bit of that right there, man, with the Detroit Pistons. They got to get it together ultimately. I hate that they've been stinking it up like this, but I mean, it happens. Cavs, they lost. They went on their winning streak that we broke their history. They had 26 games, and I think it was Philly after that. But man, it's ultimately going to damage guys if you continue to be inconsistent in your rotations and in your play, because you got some great players with a lot of talent on the team, but it's going to kill their confidence. You give them 20 minutes one night, and then 6 minutes the next night. Like that's not cool, man. That's not cool. They got to figure that out, and they really got to buckle down on that. But look, let's move on because there's other things that I wanted to touch on.